Good afternoon. I am Debbie Silberberg. I am the co-curator for the Artistry Repurposed at the Rockefeller Gallery, and I'm here with Scott Hill. Good afternoon.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I was wondering if you would share with us what the what your process is for the artwork that you're going to be showing.
The work that I'm showing starts with me collecting bits and pieces of things. I'm a collector of all kinds of objects, and I've always been into antiques, and I've always been into finding unique objects, and that was kind of the impetus for my work. And I just started taking bits and pieces of things that I had collected lots of, textures, metals, book covers, things that I don't like to part with things. It's a little bit of a hoarder. Turning it into art gives me a purpose for finding more cool things. And yeah. So it all starts with the collection of things that I have at hand. And then I just start to arrange, and it's really free form in the beginning. I don't really go into doing a painting with an idea of what I want to do, per se. But then I just started, messing around, making shapes, making colors, seeing what the colors of the objects are already, seeing if those are something I could match to the palette of the colors that I have collected. My paint is all collected also, from house samples and people throwing away old art supplies and things like that. I do a lot of repurposing paint and glue and adhesives and things like that too.
Wow, so you repurpose everything. That's very
Yeah,
cool.
almost everything except for I tend to use glazes like gloss medium and a little bit of the what should we call it, pastes and things like that that come from Blick or someplace like that. But other than that, no, almost everything is found.
That's great. Do you decide what background you're going to use first, or do you decide for the pieces are first?
The backgrounds are actually really organically chosen too. It's almost like a part of the piece. If I have plywood in a certain grade or a certain thickness, depending on the size it's already cut to, and maybe I'll scale it down a little bit. If I have more like pieces of pine wood or random small pieces, I may connect all those together. So the first thing is really building the base, but I'm already started with it being a piece. It's not like I every one of my bases is the same piece of wood. The bases are part of the piece. So I
Okay.
start constructing a base first, and then we'll see maybe how big that is, what kind of size it is. The last few series that I did were all 2 by 2, 2 feet by
Wow.
2 feet, 24 by 24. So I was intrigued by the square kind of element. It's very modern, given social media and Instagram square kind of thing.
Mm,
So that's where I went with those. But other than that, yeah, the base starts the piece, and if it's large or small, it's kind of just made by what I have at hand.
okay. Is there anything you would like the audience to take away from your work when they see it?
The thing I think about the most when other people are viewing my work is how it makes them feel or what they're thinking about. I've heard a lot of people talking about my work while I was there in front of it, and I have a lot of people that tell me that it reminds them of things. One of the really good ones was someone said it reminded them of their father's workbench. I
Uh-huh.
use a lot of nails and screws and wire, and I've had a lot of people say that my work is masculine, but it's also feminine at the same time with its color palette and stuff.
Mhm.
But when you see the work, it kind of looks like a guy put it together, maybe to some people. But that was really personal to me when I heard somebody say that, because that's kind of where my work started. My father had a workbench. I was very young, and I guess he wasn't afraid to put a hammer in my hand and a screwdriver and possibly get hurt when you're very young, but he gave those things to me, and so I always treated those things as if they were just like paint or paper or canvas. And I've always been intrigued with just creating something really nice or beautiful out of whatever's at hand.
That's great. That's a very touching way of describing assemblage work and what it means to you and what you want other people to walk away with.